Good morning, and welcome to our Sunday Live Dharma. My name is Zoe. Today, our good temple friend Christine Ball will share her Dharma Talk, Rebirth Every Day. Let us begin by reciting the essential dharmas of daily practice on page 11. Essential dharmas of daily practice. The mind is originally free from disturbance, but disturbances arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the equanimity of our true nature by letting go of disturbances. The mind is originally free from delusions, but delusions arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the wisdom of our true nature by letting go of delusions. The mind is originally free from wrongdoing, but wrongdoings arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the precepts of our true nature by letting go of wrongdoings. Let us replace disbelief, greed, laziness, and ignorance with belief, zeal, questioning, and dedication. Let us turn resentment into gratitude. Let us turn dependency into self-reliance. Let us turn reluctance to learn into willingness to learn well. Let us turn reluctance to teach into willingness to teach well. Let us turn lack of public spirit into eagerness to serve the good of all. Now, please stand up and let's join in happy relaxation Qi Gong movements guided by Rebecca.
Good morning. Good morning. I don't know about you, but I had a little bit of a frenetic morning. So let's take some time to breathe and relax, get ready for meditation. Breathing in and out. In, out. In, out. In and up, and out. 2 more times. Stretching a little bit. Arms out. Bend with a flat back. Make a circle. Bring it up. Slowly. All the way up and down. Let's do that again a couple of times. All the way up. Excellent. Let's start by loosening our joints, starting at the ankles. Do some ankle circles. Popping is always good. Other way, other direction. I like to also bend the toes a little bit. Feels good. Other side. Other direction. Great. Moving up to the knees. We thank our knees for all they do for us today. So a little bit of rubbing. And then let's do some circles, opposite circles like this. You can go quicker or slower, whatever your body needs today. Other direction. Move up to the waist. We'll do circles with our hips. Keeping the torso relatively stable and the hips moving in a circle. And the other way. Okay, good. Shoulders. Moving our elbows in a circle. You can make them bigger if you want, or smaller, whatever feels good. And let's do the other direction. Let's do bigger shoulder circles. I need that today. Up and over. And other direction. Okay, maybe shake out hands a little bit. I thought maybe we'd do the last step of the 10-form Tai Chi. So let me start. Well, let's get our balance first. So center yourselves a little bit farther than your shoulder width or a little bit farther. And start feeling your center of balance, which is about right here. And maybe doing a little shifting of the weight as if you're on a boat or a subway and you're not hanging on to anything. Good. So rather than leaning one way or the other, we're just keeping this straight and shifting our weight. Great, you guys look good. All right, so go to one side. This is your heavy side, like the sand, like in a sand, what's it called? No, a timer thingy. I forget. Hourglass, thank you. Anyway, that probably went over a lot of people's head. Anyway, the sand is going down in here. This is empty now. This is your empty. And so it's pretty light. You know, you can have a toe touch there. And you're just going to do a little T-step like this. And put your arms in a circle like this. Step out with the T-step leg, like that. And then cross over. And we're going to ward off. Looks great. Good. Let's do that again. T-step. Step out. Cross your hands. This one is facing you, and this one is blocking. Perfect, you guys. You look good. Okay. All right, let's do that to the other side. Let's see, is this right? Yeah. T-step this way. Other side. Step out. Ward off. Good. T-step. Step out. Ward off. Good. Now we're going to add one more. Start again to do your ward off. Step out. Grab I think this is grab the sparrow's tail. Pull down. And your weight is now in your back, pretty much. Then cross your arms, face forward, push. Put your hands out like waves, so you're going to pull in and then push out. Let's do the pull in again. Pull in and watch your weight as it changes, as it shifts from front to back. Great. Let's try the other side. T-step. Shifting weight. Cross. Face forward. Push. Pull. Push. Very good. Hands up. Palms together. Feet together. Now join in our bowing practice to Dharma Kaya Buddha.
With gratitude, I bow to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the infinite source of marvelous existence. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of parents, ancestors, and everyone who has given me life and nurtured me. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of fellow beings, embracing the truth of interconnectedness. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of laws, which guides us to develop justice and freedom through Dharma and universal principles. The method of sitting meditation. Meditation is simple and easy. Anyone can practice it. Please take time to find your most comfortable position on a mat, a bench, or in a chair. Wiggle and stretch to release any tension in your body. Then gently rock back and forth until you are balanced and settled, like a peaceful mountain. Breathe in as you breathe out. Release any tension or uneasiness. Relax and gently bring your focus to your lower abdomen. Allow yourself to settle into belly breathing. As you breathe in, your lower belly gently expands. When you release your breath, your lower belly gently shrinks. Our lower belly is the home of our whole body. It is the storehouse of our vital Qi energy. We call it Tanjan, our Qi energy field. Take a moment to breathe deeply from your Tanjan. Settle your mind and focus there. As you softly breathe in and release, gradually strengthen your lower back and open your chest and heart. You may notice your spine adjusting and straightening. As you feel strengthened and centered, align your ears with your shoulders and let your shoulders melt down away from your neck. Tuck your chin in slightly, let your eyelids relax, and gently drift downward to a place of ease. Enjoy the sensation of your arms and hands relaxing. Now, bring your awareness to your tongue. Place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth, right behind your two front teeth. When your tongue rests there, pure and clear saliva may gather in the mouth. This is a delightful sign of cool energy ascending. Smile at your calm and clear spirit and swallow. If your face or body begins to itch, simply observe the itching and let it pass. If your legs ache unbearably, you may change positions very slowly and quietly, so you maintain a calm stillness and honor the silent practice of those around you. When thoughts arise in your mind, do not play with them. As you exhale, let them float away like clouds, or invite them to settle down and meditate with you. Continue to bring your awareness back to your Danjang abiding breath. When your mind is calm, concentrated, perfectly focused, and at peace, you will rest in the realm of Samadhi, deep meditation. You will be free from the distinction between yourself and others and the limits of time and place. We are grateful to sit quietly together, finding the still point within. May we be here now, deeply aware of our ever calm, ever alert spirit.
Prayer chant.
천지영기하신정 만사요외하신정 정지요아동일체 아요 천지동심정 하신정 만사요외하신정 천지요아동일체하여 천지동심정 천지연기하신정 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 만사요외하신정 천지요아동일체하여 천지동심정.
Prayer for world peace. Grace of heaven and earth, grace of parents, grace of fellow beings,
Grace of laws. O Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, may we take refuge in Dharma and be filled with compassion and wisdom. May we transform delusion into wisdom, greed into generosity, resentment into gratitude, discord into harmony, and hatred into compassion. May all nations grow and benefit mutually. May the strong help the weak, and may the weak learn and evolve according to Dharma. May all those who have died from world conflicts and disasters be delivered from all obstacles and be at rest. May there be peace throughout the world, and may all beings enjoy tranquility and happiness, living in their original true nature. This we pray with our whole hearts.
May
feet walk on the earth, where my voice echoes through the hills, and in all realms where my heart and mind reach, that we all together, share true affinity for taking great enlightenment and for helping all living beings.
Ilwan Song Vow, page 9. Ilwan Song Vow.
Ilwan is the realm of somebody beyond words and speech, the gateway of birth and death, transcending being and non-being, the origin of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings and laws, the true nature of all Buddhas, enlightened masters, unenlightened people and sentient beings. Ilwan manifests as both permanence and impermanence. Viewed as permanence, Ilwan unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous, just as it is. Viewed as impermanence, Ilwan unfolds into infinite worlds through the cycle of formation, duration, decay, and extinction of the universe, and the birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings, according to how we use our minds and bodies. In the four forms of birth, we transform through the 6 realms of existence, progressing or regressing, with grace arising from harm or harm from grace. Therefore we unawakened beings vow to practice wholeheartedly, modeling ourselves after Ilwan Sangha, Dharma, Kaya, Buddha, by cultivating our minds and bodies deeply, knowing human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progressing rather than regressing, and receiving grace rather than harm, until we attain the great empowerment of Ilwan and become one with the nature of Ilwan.
This morning, our good temple friend, Christine Bell, will share her Dharma talk, Rebirth Every Day. Let us practice deep listening as we welcome Christine.
In the new year, there's talk of resolutions, starting over, trying again to be and do our best. In January, the gyms are packed, the produce section at the grocery store is picked over, and alarm clocks are set early with renewed intentions to start our days right with more exercise, eating better, meditation, journaling, introspection. I personally have resolved to take my new puppy, Dottie, on a run as much as possible, which is good for me and absolutely necessary for her. If she doesn't, she will bark at invisible things in the backyard and chew all the children's toys. So it's going pretty well so far. Thankfully, I have an accountability partner in this resolution, which always helps. But for many of us, our motivation wanes, and in variable amounts of times, we've forgotten our resolutions. For faiths around the world, there are festivals and holidays that celebrate the concept of rebirth. In the Hindu faith, Diwali is a 5-day festival of new beginnings and the triumph of light over darkness. Ramadan, practiced by Muslims, is a month dedicated in part to spiritual renewal. In the Jewish faith, Rosh Hashanah is a 10-day period for introspection and renewal. Not unlike secular New Year resolutions, these holidays focus on rebirth at one time of the year. In some Christian traditions, there is the concept of being born again. Instead of once a year, that signifies one pivotal moment in life that would hypothetically change everything for the practitioner. In Buddhism, the concept of rebirth usually refers to reincarnation after death, again being relegated to a specific moment once a lifetime. Have you heard people say that we are being reborn in every moment? Intellectually, we understand that new cells are constantly being generated by our bodies, and old cells are constantly dying away. But what does it mean to be continually reborn in a spiritual sense? Our Thursday morning Dharma book club has been reading Thich Nhat Hanh's beautiful book, No Death, No Fear, which has opened up and deepened the concept of rebirth for me personally. So in honor of the new year and Venerable Thich Nhat Hanh, I would like to explore the poetic metaphors and examples that he uses to illustrate how we are constantly reborn. First, he asks us to imagine a candle. This is him speaking now. You might think that the flame is just going down. You might think that the candle will die. In fact, the flame is going out in many other directions. It is giving out light all around itself, to the north, south, east, and west. You are like a candle. Imagine you are sending light out around you. All your words, thoughts, and actions are going in many directions. If you say something kind, your kind words go in many directions, and you yourself go with them. If our lives are like that of a candle, then the power of our thoughts, words, and actions are like the light, heat, and energy given off by the candle, the effects of which are felt, experienced, and reborn in those around us. One of the most obvious manifestations of this principle is with our children. It's no secret that our children are more likely to do something they see us doing. We are less aware of the power of our words and even less aware of the power of our thoughts to impact our children's well-being. Thich Nhat Hanh says, "We are our children, and they are us." If you have one or more children, you have already been reborn in them. Of course, we honor the fantastic uniqueness of our children, but to illustrate the deeper meaning of Thich Nhat Hanh's claim that our children are us, how many times have you said or done something and thought to yourself, wow, that is exactly what my mother or father would have said or done? I think of a gesture my grandmother used to make when she wanted to disregard something or communicate that it was not important. I imagine my grandfather making a comment and her around the corner out of sight. At some point, my mother began using this gesture more than she ever did before. And now I catch myself doing it. My grandmother was reborn in my mother. My mother has been reborn in me. It's certainly worth considering how we want to be reborn in those around us. We don't have to wait until New Year's, a special holiday, or death to try again, to recommit, to be reborn. In our Dharma book club, we liken the concept of continual rebirth to redemption. Even if we have done things we regret, things we feel guilty for, instead of wallowing in our guilt, we instead focus on the possibility of rebirth in the next moment. We can change the balance from the overpowering heaviness of wrongdoing to the increasing lightness of right choice and action. No Death, No Fear recounts a moving story about a man who fought in the Vietnam War. Through the horrors of war, he inadvertently killed 5 children by putting explosives in sandwiches. He was haunted by his guilt, and he could not even stand to be near children long after it happened. The man was blessed by his impulse to attend a retreat for veterans with Thich Nhat Hanh, where he was instructed to focus now on saving children's lives. While it was true he had killed 5 children, it was also true that he had saved over 20 others. If it is true that we are continually being reborn in the world around us, are we not also continually dying? Mustn't parts of us die to make space for new ones to be reborn? Master Sotaesan said, "A human being's birth and death is like opening and closing your eyes, inhaling and exhaling, or falling asleep and waking up. These seemingly trivial physiological births and deaths, like the birth and death of a breath, or falling asleep and waking, are opportunities for us to remember that we are always dying and being reborn. By touching that which is everlasting, our original true nature, we will become more skillful at letting go of that which must die and taking responsibility for what is reborn. Through our committed meditation practice, we dissolve into empty space where true nature abides. Our practice helps us access true nature, which remains through all the little births and deaths of this human experience and beyond. This year, I want to reside in the ever-changing, ever-flowing, ever-abiding nature of continual death and rebirth. To feel it all. The excitement of new possibilities and the pain of letting go. As we open and close our eyes, inhale and exhale, sleep and wake, may we be reborn in each other, our communities, and our world from our original true nature.
Thank you, Christine, for a wonderful talk. And you are evidence of the rebirth of someone in everyone else. You've presented to us Tay's teachings, and his teachings are being reborn here as you say them. Wonderful. And it makes me understand why we come here, because not just the teachings we receive from the reverends here and from our Dharma talks, but we're receiving those messages from people from thousands of years ago. So every time we come here, we're coming here to learn from that, and when we leave, we've been born again with something new. And this provides a wonderful focal point, and I'm very grateful for your insight today. Thank you. Now, friends at home, during the next few minutes, you are welcome to continue enjoying your contemplation on Christine's talk, or share your takeaways in the live chat. And friends here in the Dharma Hall, please pair up in groups of 2 or 3 and share your thoughts and takeaways with each other.
Thank you for your wonderful Dharma discussion, followed by insightful sharing by Christine. Thursday morning, 10 a.m., we've been doing book club with Venerable Thich Nhat Hanh's book, No Death, No Fear. The book is almost done, and then we are going to go back to our scripture book, chapter 3, Practice. As I announced yesterday, you're welcome to borrow our book, Dharma book, or you can call it Red book or scripture book. We will be focusing on every single verse on the chapter 3, Practice, which is the chapter that really contains wonderful tool of a practice everyday life. Next Sunday, Michael will share about the chapter for us to give us some guidance. Any friends new today? Please raise your hand. First time. Welcome. What's your name?
Lena.
Lena. How did you find out this temple?
Google.
Google? bow to Google. Do you like to come back?
All right. It's been really wonderful. Thank you. I'm glad you're here.
We welcome you, Lena. Welcome. Also, yesterday we had a young adult retreat, and Summer will briefly give us a report about that experience.
Good morning, everyone. Yesterday, like Reverend Won Buddhist said, we had our young adult retreat from 2 to 6 p.m., and it was a wonderful experience to meet some of the other young adults here at the temple. We mostly practiced various types of sitting, laying down, and chanting meditation. We also got to use the moktoks, which is one of my personal favorite forms of vibration meditation. And we also had the opportunity to reflect about our New Year's resolutions from a serene and calm place after meditation, to really reflect on the previous year as well as what we want to bring into this year. We also had some posture correction for our sitting meditation from Reverend Won Gong, which was very helpful for everybody. And one of my favorite things is that we actually had a cooking class for the young adults. So we got to make kimbap, which it's a bit haphazard for, it almost ended up like a burrito. So it was so good. We were just loading a little too much rice and stuff. But afterwards we ate in noble silence and very mindfully consumed everything. And it was a beautiful time. And I want to thank Reverend Won Gong, Reverend Sean, for allowing us and inviting this inner spaciousness and solitude with community. So thank you.
Big blessings to those 9 young adults who joined the retreat, and they'd like to do that again. Also, possibly next one will be in May. So good to see you all. Now we have a more announcement.
Yes. Thank you for practicing with us today. My name is Jen. And I am so glad to be here this morning. I was actually walking in the forest at sunrise this morning, and I got to see the birth of a new day, and I was just looking around and saying, wow, everything is being reborn, and it just was so resonating with Christine's talk. So thank you again for that wonderful talk. So this afternoon, our sister temple in Raleigh will be having an afternoon community meditation if you're able to join. Tomorrow, our annual MLK Day retreat will be here at the Chapel Hill Temple starting at 10 a.m. This is the last day to register, so if you're interested, you can see Reverend Won Gong, or of course you could register online. Our ever popular Won Buddhism intro class is being held via Zoom on Monday evening, January 22nd at 6 p.m. Please check out our website for more info about the wonderful opportunity to learn about Buddhism and specifically Won Buddhism. Participants are encouraged to bring your questions. And registration is now open for Reverend Won Gong and Patty Daniels' week-long retreat in April at the Southern Dharma Retreat Center. Sign up soon because it is a powerful experience, in a beautiful setting. If you are on our community email group, you will receive updates about all the stuff I said and more, so you can see one of us or fill out a card in the foyer to be on that list. Now, we will bless each other with our morning prayer song, and that is on page 13.
May I live in harmony with all those I meet. Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace. I begin a new day with compassion. Today, making the world a more loving place. May I do all that I can for one world.
The sunlight is very clear, transparent, and very comforting. So you're invited to have a moment of a rest, especially resting your back. But before that, let's wave our hands to our friends who join us through streaming.